loud. Then come to your mat, take a seat. You're there already, well done. And up tall. So think about what you need to do to find your comfort. Do you need to move your sit bones a little, have a little wiggle, fiddle around with anything that's not comfortable, anything that is going to keep distracting your mind in your practice. Just take the time to sort yourself out and get comfy. And here we go. Close your eyes and welcome to your practice. Welcome to the space that you have created already and that you're going to carry on working with. So we're talking about our internal space, the space around us, the space in our minds. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Starting to bring the focus inwards, drawing the focus into the room that we're in. So nothing outside, past or future, just the space that we're in right now. Not the space that you're in right now. And then bring your attention closer and noticing, if you imagine that you have an aura, if you can picture a space around your body, and imagine that it's energetic. Imagine that it's slightly buzzing with kind of electricity, and it envelops you in a protective cocoon and moves when you move. So bring your attention close in and around you, the back and the front and the sides and above and below. And as you take deep breaths in, take them right down into your belly and start trying with every in-breath to increase the space. Just stretch the spaces between your ribs as you expand your rib cage, to lift your shoulders slightly and make space in your belly. And then as you breathe out, allowing everything to come back down, gently softening, relaxing, releasing, becoming completely peaceful with your out breath. With your in breath, it's much more dynamic. We're taking that breath in, we're moving, we're expanding, we're seeing how much can we get into that chest, how much can we get into that space in the torso, getting bigger, lifting the crown of the head up as well, giving yourself as much space as you possibly can. And with the out breath, soft, relax, let go, and make it as long as possible. So letting that out breath take its time to release out back into the world. And breathing in through your nostrils. So important to breathe in through your nostrils as much as you can during the day and night. We need to be breathing in through our nostrils. And relax your thighs. If you've got any tension there, just let it go, let it just seep out. And let's take chin to chest. So chin to chest. An in breath and an out breath with chin to chest. Keeping your back tall. So it's just the chin that's moving down. See if you can get that stretch right up into the back of your head, past your shoulder blades, into your mid back, maybe even into your low back. So we're not using the hands here, we're just using the weight of your head and the muscles in your neck to pull down. And then let's release. It's quite a strong stretch, especially at this time of day. And then let's take the chin all the way up to the ceiling. So a nice arc all the way up. Chin to ceiling, back of the head, resting on the top of your back. Can you roll back a little more? Can you send your heart center forward, send your sternum forward, if you've got any more space to open up in the neck and throat. And send your chin up, stretching through the front of your throat. And a little bit of a rock from side to side. So taking your left ear towards your left shoulder in this position, and then back to center, and then over to the right. If you can, try to keep your mouth closed, breathing in and out through your nose. Over to the side, over to the side, over to the other side, and then back to center. And then come very, very slowly back up again. And let's take right ear to right shoulder. Oh, lovely stretch all the way from the ear to the shoulder. If you can stretch your arm out as well if you like, and get a nice long stretch along your arm. Reaching away with the fingertips. And then come back up. And very slowly and gently over to the other side. So make that as intense as you can. Trying to bring some balance into those muscles if you've been holding on to something a little bit on one side or the other, or maybe you just, it's a physical thing and you use your right hand a lot, or your left, or you carry a bag on your one particular shoulder, not the other. Just evening up, waking up, and also giving us a chance to see where we are different on one side to the other, and then maybe we can adapt and change. So come back to center, and let's take the arms out. So take an in breath. Arms out wide, stretch out wide, take them behind you. Take the, as if you're trying to get the backs of your hands to clap your hands behind your back. Okay, not going to happen, but let's feel that chest rise, lift, both shoulders even if you can, and then bring them back in and round your back. Just warming up the chest a little here. So your in breath comes forward, taking your arms back with your in breath, and then bringing yourself all the way back. So carry on with that for 3 breaths. 3 breaths, backwards and forwards, as much space as you can. Really stretch, slow the breath down, go as slow as you can. Slowly, slowly, and take your time with that breath. Ease, nice and slow. There we go, well done. Jolly good. Come to rest. Let's give the shoulders a roll. So nice big roll. So we're going up and down, one shoulder up, one shoulder down. And we're starting to move into the spine a little bit. So especially at the top of the spine. And then when you've got really comfortable doing that, try and switch. So big movement, go large. Have a good old wiggle around. So into the shoulders, maybe a little bit into the elbows as well. And then just a little bit of up and down. Very nice. So we're going to take a little bit of a twist here. So arms out to the side, and we're going to bring right hand over to the front, left hand around to the back, but try and keep as upright as possible. So let's move on and exhale. So inhale here and exhale. So we're just windmilling around as far as you can. And when you need to breathe in again, we come back to center. And all the way around. Windmill around on that in breath and then out breath. You know what? I think with this one, go at your own pace and breathe in and out as works for you. But breathe with the movement. See where you feel like breathing in and where you feel like breathing out. Can you feel that it's quite strong in the waist, quite strong in the ribs? One more. And you can pulse a little when you get to that end point, looking behind you. And come back. Oh, you should be quite warmed up now. So let's start some moving. Let's come into a lovely downward facing dog to start. Yeah, we're going there straight away. So downward facing dog. Feet flat to the floor, sending your heels down towards the floor if they're not flat. And find the right distance for you, where you feel you can almost feel like you're pulling your sit bones back and up, and that's drawing you away from your wrists. So you feel that your arms are stretching out. Keep your shoulders lovely and wide. So sometimes they can get a bit jammed up and you start having that contact between arms and head. No contact between arms and head. So keep your shoulders wide. Soften your hips, but at the same time, turning the hips and sit bones up towards the ceiling. As soon as you start doing that, you should start feeling quite a strong stretch in the back of each leg. And let your head and neck be completely relaxed. Release any tension in your jaw, in your face, around your eyes. Well done. Holding here in this lovely, strong downward facing dog. Lifting away from your wrists. Pressing the tips of your finger into the mat as well. Breathe. So we're enjoying an inversion here. We're also giving everything a lovely stretch. And then up onto toes, so up onto your tiptoes. As tall as you can on toes, stretching out underneath your toes. And then we're going to take the left leg up and back. So come down onto your flat feet if you wish, or stay up on toes if you're comfortable up on toes. So we're taking the left leg back, just directly out behind you, not very far. And then if you want to, you can bend that knee. Take the sole of your foot, pointing up towards the ceiling, and then lift. So a little lift and back, little lift and back, little lift and back. And last one, little lift up. And then bringing that knee all the way into your chest. Try and keep your right leg where it is. Squeezing your left knee, tucking it into your chest. And then bringing your foot back. Taking your heels down to the floor if they're not already down to the floor. So we've been in downward dog for quite a while. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, but first we're coming into balasana. So if you need a little rest here, you'll be very pleased that we are going into balasana. Take your knees wide, big toes together. Send yourself back and come to rest on your heels to hips to heels. I always say that wrong way around. Hips are coming to heels. Heels are staying where they are. And bring yourself down just between your thighs, relaxing down. Sending your arms forward, so we're opening up the chest. We're stretching the chest by taking the body down closer to the mat. Breathe, nice, slow, deep breaths. Aiming for all the breath work to come through the nostrils. And as we're here for a moment, just in rest, take some time to set your sankalpa, or your intention for your practice. And then here we come, back up again, slowly drawing up, looking to your hands, drawing them back a little bit, and we tuck back into downward facing dog. So take some time to set yourself up as we just did. So we're looking at heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling, fingertips into the mat, arms wide. Not very wide, just keeping enough space for the head and neck to be free. And then we're up onto toes again. So really pressing down into those toes, stretching out across the soles of your feet, sending your sit bones right up towards the ceiling now, as high as you can. And then we're taking that left leg, nope, left leg is strong and staying where it is. Right leg comes out directly behind you, so it's not very far. Again, if you're not comfortable on toes, come down to your flat foot on the left, right foot up, bend the knee. So the sole of your foot is pushing the sky up on the right side. So we push up, squeeze your glutes as hard as you can as you push up, and then come back down. Pushing up again, hard squeeze in that right side. Pushing up again, squeeze. And let's go 2 more, come on, 1 and 2, lovely balance, well done. Squeeze, 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 and then fold, bringing that knee into your chest. So right knee coming into your chest. Squeeze it hard into your chest. A lot of pressure on arms here, well done. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then let's bring it back down to the mat. Heels to the mat, and this time knees to the mat. So we're keeping our arms down. We're not having a rest on the arms just yet. Come into a tabletop position. And lift your head. So your gaze is still at the floor, just above your hands, just beyond your fingertips, but neck is long. I'll take a moment here to just adjust to that. So we're keeping the left hand down and the right knee down. We're coming into gun dog. So opposite arm and leg will be moving. The goal here is to see if you can keep your chest as still as possible, your whole torso as still as possible. So let's take the right hand off, pressing your weight down now into your left. Right hand comes up. Still keep your gaze on the floor. Don't lift your head to look at your hand, your outstretched hand. And then let's take the left leg off. Watch out here because your left hip's going to want to flare up towards the ceiling. Try and keep your hips level. Try and lift away from your left wrist. So we're keeping that shoulder nice and strong, keeping your torso in line and balanced. Well done. Nice and strong. Hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming back. Bring those back really gently, really thoughtfully. Take a breath here. Think about lifting away from your wrists. So if somebody's got your mid back and they're gently drawing you upwards, while still keeping your back long and level. And then let's lift the right, nope, let's keep the right hand strong. Let's lift the left hand. That's the problem. I was looking at my right, and then we take the right leg out. Again, watch those hips, shoulders level, gaze, keeping your neck long, will be just ahead of the mid space between where your both hands would have been if they were both on the mat. So squeeze that right glute again. Tucking your belly gently towards your spine, keeping the chest long. Straighten that left arm, straighten your elbow, stretch your fingertips forward. At the same time, sending your right toes back behind you, leg lifted. Breathe 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back. Well done. Send yourself back. So this time, tuck your knees together as tight as possible. Bring your big toes together and send your hips back to your heels. Got it right that time. Lift yourself up and look forward. And then gently lengthening through your belly, placing your belly slowly down. And then your chest onto your knees. And then bringing your head down. Let your forehead rest on the mat. And bring your arms either side of your body. And take a breath here. Remembering to breathe slow and deep as you can. Allowing your forehead to rest completely on the mat. And then bringing yourself back up to sitting. And here we are in hero pose. So up in hero, lifting your shoulders and taking your shoulder blades down. So we've got a nice long torso, crown of the head lifting up towards the ceiling. And we're going to come from here into a squat. So bring your hands down to the mat in front of you, tuck your toes, bring yourself back and bring yourself into a nice, easy, relaxed squat. So a little bit of stretching on the shins here. Come into your squat, however you are in squat, and try to lean forward so you start to stretch and challenge your balance a little. So if you're on flat feet, come up onto toes and try and balance. You can hold your hands together in half clasp with the middle pointer fingers pointing out and the thumbs together as well. Otherwise, bring your hands down to the mat, give yourself some balance. Or give yourself some help with the balance, rather. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of chest opening here. So we'll take the hands down to the mat, walk them forward, raise the hips, come back into downward facing dog. So downward facing dog, whenever you get into downward facing dog, do a really quick check. Make sure that you're getting into the perfect position for you, because sometimes we don't hold very long, sometimes we're here for a long time. Either way, take those few seconds to set yourself up. So sit bones to the ceiling, heels to the mat, fingers wide, shoulders wide, belly to spine, head relaxed. And we're going to look to the hands and step the right foot forward. So a little bit of a lift, bringing it into the chest, up on toes on the left, and then step it forward. Very nice. A long, low lunge. Keep your body low. We're just focusing on the hips here. Let the hips open up. Hold here for a moment. Allowing your hips to settle. Or maybe to just shout a bit. Who knows what's going on this morning? Are they quick to settle, or are they just going to carry on shouting? It's always interesting to see what's going on with the hips. And then we're going to come from here up. So however you want to bring yourself up, you can come up in one nice swoop, whether you'd like to go via a little bit of a rest on your thigh. So bringing yourself up, back leg straight as you can, front leg bent, and hips keeping level to the front. And then bring your arms up. On a lovely inhale, send your chest forward and bring your elbows down and out to the sides, hands facing forward. So the palms of your hands are facing forward. Start to draw your elbows back and your hands back. So can you feel that you're lifting your chest, opening up the chest, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and then bringing your elbows together at the front, hands together. Well done. And then let's take that back knee down to the mat, release your back foot, and then a different kind of sensation in the hips here when we're not balancing on that back leg. And then we come all the way back, releasing any tension off in that hip, sliding back, come to sitting on your left foot, stretching out the back of your right leg. Hands are just either side of your body for support, or you can reach forward to your right foot if you wish. And then we're coming back forward again. So lift yourself forward, swoop your arms forward, come all the way forward, take your arms up. And then we're going to exhale to go back to where we just were. So going back on an exhale. Forward on an inhale. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, moving forward. Open your chest up. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, moving forward. 2 more of these. Full range of movement here. Use your breath. Last one. And back. That's it. Keep breathing nice and easy. Come back into your long lunge where we started. So your right foot is forward, your left foot is back. And we're going to take that right foot back and stay in a plank this time. We're not coming back to downward facing dog. We are in a plank. And it's been a while since we've been into a proper plank together. Shoulders wide. Trying to keep your hips, legs, back, head in line. Sometimes it's not so easy. And trying to push down into the fronts of your knuckles, if you see what I mean by that. So the whole of the palm of your hand pressing down and your fingertips. Keeping strong. And then we're going to come back to downward facing dog. So send your hips up to the ceiling. Take a breath. In fact, let's have a rest in downward facing dog. So find your comfort. 5 breaths here. In through your nostrils and out through your mouth. Breath number 4 here. And 5. And look forward to hands. We're going to step that left foot forward now. So take it back, bring it in, step it forward. And we're in that lovely long lunge and coming up shortly, but just find your balance, find your space. Let your hips sink down towards the mat. And then we're going to come up to standing. Bringing your arms up and then out, elbows down to the sides. So we've got goddess arms here. Bringing your elbows back, opening up across your chest, lift your chin. Breathe. So we're going to inhale back, exhale forward. Let's do that one more time. Inhale back and exhale forward. We're going to take that back knee down to the mat, release your foot. And we're going to inhale as we come forward and exhale to come all the way back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. And again, inhaling forward. Well done. Exhaling back. One more time, inhaling forward and exhaling all the way back. Breathing easy, reaching your hands forward, coming back up into that nice long lunge. Holding here for a moment. And then we're going to take the left foot back. Left foot back, so we're back in our lovely plank again. Hold here for a moment. We're going to come into Vaccistassen, side plank, which we haven't been to for a little while. So set yourself up nice and strong in your right hand, twisting your legs over so your feet, the sides of your feet are flat to the floor, and then lifting up with your left hand. Well done. Trying, if you can, to keep your body mostly in a straight line. Arms out to the side. If you want to add on, of course, you can lift your top leg. If you're feeling a bit wobbly, or you need a bit more balance, keep your legs nice and wide. And then come back to wide feet. Let's take the left hand down, all the way back to our nice steady plank. Noticing the difference in your right hand, your left hand, right arm, left arm, and your shoulders. And then over to the other side. Nice and straight. If you can, stack your feet one on top of the other, go ahead and do that. If you prefer to keep them wide today, go ahead and do that. Try and smile. And we're going to come to a little crocodile after this. So keep yourself strong, lifting up from that arm and hand, and then come back. So the legs wide again, flipping over into your lovely plank, knees and chest and chin. Swoop forward. Belly to your mat. Come into Makara and rest. A lot of work on arms and chest and hips and spine, and stretching out the legs, stretching out the arms, getting some strength into the neck as well. Well done. Lots of movement today. And here we are, we're ready for a little more. So lift your head to look forward, press down into your elbows and your forearms, lift your chest off the mat and then lay it back down again. So you've got that extra little bit of length that might have given you between your hips and your shoulders along the front of your body. Think about lengthening through the sides of your body as well. So your torso is long Chest lifted and you're just resting on your arms. Looking forward. And then we're going to bring the arms wide again. So goddess arms, bent elbows, fingertips pointing forward. Using the muscles in your back softly, but still engaged, to lift yourself up a little. So starting to bring your chest off the mat. Try and glue the tops of your feet to the mat, pressing down. And we're going to take the elbows back. Notice how that feels across the front of your chest. Elbows coming back in towards your body and back down behind you. And then bring them forwards. Bring them forwards till they're level with your chest. So your arms and your chest are in line with each other. So we're going to add in the breath for this. So we're going to exhale as we come back. Inhale as we come forward. Inhale to come forward. Exhale as you raise up a little bit and bring your elbows back behind you. One more. Okay, spitting another one after that. So inhale back. Well done. Bring yourself back to your makara. Opposite arm on top, and allow your neck to rest and soften. Tops of your shoulders to rest. Let the whole of the front of your body just completely relax and soften, melting into your mat. Well done. So bring your hands either side of your chest now, and elbows, give them a good wiggle around, and then let them end up pointing back down towards your hips. Neck is long, head is lifted. And again, we're pressing the tops of the feet down into the mat. Feel that engagement in your legs. Can you feel when you press tops of your feet into the mat, the muscles that become active and engaged? So let that engagement spread up your legs, into your hips, squeeze your glutes, and lift the back of your head. Lift the back of your head towards your bum, towards your heels, and draw yourself away from the mat as much as you can. Nothing happening in the arms here, they're just there for show at the moment. Lifting up, squeezing the muscles in your back. Can you feel those muscles in your mid-back? Hopefully your glutes are completely engaged. And bring yourself back down. Well done. Bring your forehead to the mat. Leave your arms where they are. Pressing gently into the mat now. We're going to come back to Bhujangasana now, but using the arms as well. So try and do all of the movement just as we did together, where you're using your legs, glutes, the muscles in your back. And then when you get to the point where that's it, you're not moving anymore, then bring in your arms. So let's do that together. Take a deep breath in and raise. And from now, just breathe in and out as you wish. Quite shallow breaths. Come to as high as you're going to get with no arms, and then bring in the arms. And very slowly, take your whole weight there into your arms. Feel how strong your arms are. Lifting, come to where it's comfortable for you. And then when you get as far as you want to go, send your chest, your sternum, don't mix up sternum and chest. Send your sternum and chest forward, bring your shoulder blades together. Really opening up in the chest, opening up in the heart center, making so much space. all in the front of the body. And breathe in and out as deeply as you can. It won't be very deep, but just as deep as you can. Squeeze your glutes, press those thighs into the mat. It will give you a little bit more lift. And slowly back down, very slowly. Using your arms all the way. Letting your back muscles completely come to rest. Again, bringing your forehead to the mat. And this time we're curling up and round and coming back to our balasana. So bringing your big toes together, lifting and folding yourself back. You might need to bring your knees forward if you've run out of mat. And lay your torso down, bringing your arms either side of your body, beside your feet, hands beside your feet. And breathe. So we need a little bit of counter pose here because we've done quite a bit of back bending. And we haven't done much in the way of inversions. So we're going to be coming back up to standing. Press your hands down to the floor, just by your knees, tuck your toes under, lift your hips all the way up, and then let your arms just come to your toes, to your feet, to your ankles, wherever they come to. And allow yourself to rest in your forward fold, easy forward fold. As you fold here, start to just observe which muscles are tight, which muscles are able to let go a little. How do the backs of your knees feel? Can you rest and relax any of the muscles around the backs of your knees? What about your spine? Can you allow the muscles either side of your spine to just take a break here? Lengthen through the neck. Soften your shoulders. And breathe. Slow, deep, even breath. Bring your chin a little bit closer to your chest, lengthening out through the back of your neck. We're allowing gravity to do its thing here. So allow that beautiful blood flow around your face and brain and scalp. Helping to flush out any toxins, any bits and pieces that need to just get flushed away. Helping to bring calm and peace. And you can take your hands behind you, so clasp your hands together just at the small of your back. So we're staying in this inversion just for a moment more. We're pushing the hands together, clasping the heels of your hands together, and lifting your hands away. Getting another little stretch across the front of your chest. Can you ease into this? Can you actually try and let go? Now you're in this position. If you're clasping your hands together and your arms are up, they will stay there. You try and relax your shoulders. Might sound a little bit mad, but try and ease off any muscles that are contracting but don't need to be. And from here, we're going to come up to standing. So we're going to roll up very slowly. We've been in this inversion for a little longish time, so we want to be slow to come out. So we're rolling up, hands are still high. A little bit of a bend in the knees so they're not locked. Slow, slow, slow. And as you come up, allow your hands to come back down. Keep them clasped if you can. And gently bring your head back up. All the way up. Well done. Lovely. Good work, everybody. I don't know how my mat has traveled quite that far, but anyway. So here we are, we're standing. Let's come into a quick little balance posture before we come down to lying on our mat. So lovely balance for today is tree. So let's go tree. So 3 versions of tree. You are either here, pressing into that spleen point, making a real point to open your knee out to the side, or you are up here on the calf, but not the knee, or you are all the way up if that's easier, or if that's what you feel like doing today. So pick one, and let's lift the chest. The first thing we do is make sure we have space right from underneath your chin to your belly button. And then let's take the shoulders wide, giving ourselves room in our chests, in our torsos, length between hips and under your arms, and then arms all the way up. And the trees are looking very beautiful at the moment, full of blossom and new leaves. All the old has fallen away and made space for the new. Keeping a balance. Remembering to breathe. Keeping that right knee out to the side. And then let's breathe the arms up and down. And back to center, and let's change sides. So thank you very much, left leg, for all that nice hard work you just did. Time for the right to have a little chance. So again, same thing. You're here, or you're here, or you're here. Standing leg, I've got the wobbles on this side. Standing leg very strong. Make your thigh feel like it's made out of wood. Knee out to the side. Breathe your arms out. Give yourself space in your chest. So lift your heart center. You know, do whatever you feel like doing with your arms to help you with your balance, to help you open up in the chest for one last time while we're standing. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to breathe those arms back down. Coming back to center and release. Take your legs wide. We haven't been into Vaccistassen yet today, and it's such a shame not to, because this is a beautiful asana. So take your arms lovely and wide again one more time, and then fold forward, swan dive forward, all the way, bringing your head back down towards the floor. Let your hands come to rest. Right hand, right foot, left hand, left foot. Top of the head, just enjoying a little bit of that inversion time. And then keeping your head low, take your hands to the mat. So fingertips spread wide, palms of the hand flat to the floor. Bring your feet a little closer together and bring yourself down into a squat. So taking your You're in a nice wide squat. Bring your hands together in Namaste Mudra, and let's just poke those elbows into the knees to get them wide and open the chest as well. Lift your head up, crown of your head up towards the ceiling, and then we're coming down to the mat. So release, bring yourself down to the mat, give yourself a hug, and rolling down. Taking your arms wide, knees over to the right side, coming into your twist, head over to the left. When you get into your twist, just completely let go. Allow everything to just soften and sink into the floor. And then we're coming head back to center, knees back to center, all the way over to the other side, head over to the other side. So knees are one side, gazing over to the other, feeling that twist in your torso. It's a midriff twist. And of course, all the way along your spine, getting a little bit of mobility, a little bit of flexibility, and a little bit of movement in the spine as well. And then back to center. Wrap your arms around. Give yourself a hug. Well done. Congratulate yourself for all the things that brought you to your mat, because you've put them in your life so that you can take the time to practice. Congratulate yourself on all that you have done today in your practice, bringing yourself back to where you are right now, keeping your focus, noticing when your focus is gone. It's all good. Squeeze, 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 squeeze your knees into your chest as tight as you can, and release. Bring yourself into Shavasana. Take your legs wide, take your arms wide. Palms of the hands up towards the ceiling. Imagine that you are lying outside on the grass. It's nice and soft and warm, and the sun is shining on you. And the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet are absorbing all that lovely warmth and energy from the sun. Close your eyes, relax. Soften all the muscles in your body. Where are you holding on? Relax your feet, relax your toes, relax your ankles, relax your calves, relax your knees, relax your thighs, relax your hips, relax the whole of your pelvis. Let the whole of your pelvis be soft, completely at ease. Relax your belly. Make space by softening all the muscles, that corset of muscle around your midriff. And relax your chest. We've spent so much time stretching and opening and making space, and now we allow everything to soften and rest and be at ease. And relax your shoulders. Relax your hands. Relax your wrists. Lots of good work today from the wrists and the hands. Allow them to rest, allow them to relax, allow them to soften, allow them to completely be at ease. Relax your forearms. Relax your elbows. Relax your upper arms. Relax your throat and your neck. And relax your jaw and your chin. Relax your mouth, relax your nose, relax your cheeks, relax your ears and the whole of your scalp. Relax your eyes, relax your forehead. Feel along the back of your body where you're in contact with the mat. And allow the ground and the mat to support you fully. Let go. Breathing in through your nostrils, take that breath right long to every little part of you, right down to your toes, to your fingertips, your shoulder blades, the top of your head. And as you breathe out, allow yourself to settle. Allow yourself to be at ease. Allow yourself to come to your rightful place of being completely at one, your mind, body, and spirit, completely unperturbed by everything that happens around you, sailing through life with happiness and joy and contentment at what is. With every out-breath, making space for contentment and joy and peace and calm. With every in-breath, saying, I am. Sinking into your mat a little deeper. Imagine that you're lying on soft green grass, the blue sky above, bright, bright blue, and a warm sun shining in the sky. And you can hear the woods nearby, the leaves rustling in the gentle breeze, the darker green, the leaves. You can also hear the sea as the waves come up onto a golden beach, beautiful turquoise sea, gentle waves coming in and going out. And it feels peaceful and quiet. These soft sounds around, gentle sun, and the energy from the earth filling you full of possibility and energy and life force. And as you breathe in fresh, clean, beautiful, warm air, you know you can do anything you want to do, anything you set your mind to. And as you breathe out, you feel a little deeper in your sense of self, a sense of peace, a little calmer. And you smile because you know you can bring yourself back to this sensation, this feeling, anytime you want by just closing your eyes and taking a few deep, slow breaths. And you start to bring your attention to yourself again, noticing your breath, noticing how you feel, and keeping your eyes closed, gently bringing yourself to lie on your right side. And still keeping your eyes closed, giving that space, bringing yourself up to sitting. Keeping your eyes closed, bringing your hands to heart center. On an in-breath, feeling your chest rise and expand, and on an out-breath, dropping your forehead down towards your fingertips. On an in-breath, gently, slowly opening your eyes. And on an out-breath, raising your head, coming back. And namaste. Thank you for joining yourself on the mat today, mind, body, and spirit, hopefully, and increasing your Santosha, also, hopefully. And have a lovely day. And there we go.